Well, I'm welcoming myself to an episode of strange stuff that happens to a lot of my cars right now that has never happened to them in the last 10 plus years. That strange thing is fuel leaks. Oddly enough, I only run non-ethanol premium in these cars, but the E30 M3 is leaking from its what looks to be original fuel filter and fuel pump. I do have a brand new OE Bosch thingamabob. I am going to cut out these sections of line. I don't need the pulse dampener anymore. As you can tell, not very tight anyway, and these are notoriously leaky and they can cause fires. So I'm going to replace the fuel banana and this whole piece right here too. So I'm going to see if I have some new line, but we'll start. There's 3 10 mils. There's 2 just up there on a bracket, and then there's 1 right in front of us here. So whip all that off and we'll see what we can see. Well, there we had it. It didn't take much. It was definitely just kind of leaking right there. I'm gonna get some parts cleaner and just soak the pump down a little bit, but it was definitely factory original everything. The clamp was facing upward, and that's how they assembled them in the factory. So anyway, I'm gonna go find some fuel line now, but here is our old setup. And this is essentially just gonna be the new one right here. So I'm gonna make a new fuel banana and get rid of the pulse dampener, throw it back up in there. Yuck. But it's amazing what good quality fuel can do. I mean, 30 years old. All right, I'm gonna, yeah. All right, I think let's go key the ignition on and see how she do. Oh, I could probably tighten that one down a little bit more, huh? All right. What? Oh, that's right. E30s on lifts are, it's not E30's fault. This car is just a little bit, uh-oh. She's a little bit bent on this side. Oh, right. That's the prime. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, she's leaking. Where? Ugh. Damn it. Oh, jeez. All right, so it was leaking from that clamp. Shit. I tightened it down a little bit more. We'll see. I mean, it's 90 PSI, so it's gonna be interesting. So, hear me out. I think it's coming from the fuel pump seal. It's really hard to tell, though. Dude, I swear, I took the E39 out of storage 20 minutes ago, and it was raining fuel out of the underside, and there's no wetness on this thing at all. All right. Well, many moons later, I am back, and I have a genuine fuel banana, but I also have a new fuel pump. So I'm gonna try just replacing the fuel banana first, and if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna swap the pump out as well. This does kind of look like it is pretty old stock, but it's been in a bag the whole time. So there's my part number. Yeah, 2010. So 12-year-old hose, brand new. Let's chuck it in there. There we have it. Fuel banana in. Let's prime the pump a couple times and see if it's leaking. It is indeed. Fuel pump it is. These clampy things are so great. I do have to cut this little clamp down here, and then I will be going for the 8 and 10 on the back of the pump. And I do have an OE replacement pump with low miles that I'll be throwing in because I do like the quality. Okay, I was wrong. It's actually an 8 and a 7, but here is my replacement pump. Just gonna make sure I've got it lined up with the correct posts on the correct side. And then we'll go ahead and split that single 10 to get the carrier open and swap the pump out. All right, let's see how she goes. Bone dry, and it was just the pump. So I'm gonna scavenge this donut off for just an aftermarket one for future needs, but the pump itself's going in the garbage. It's too bad too, because it otherwise worked great. All right, got to do a little switcheroo now that the M3 doesn't leak fuel. I need to get the Mercedes back on this side. And it's snowing, of course it is. No leaks. All right. The Mercedes. Surprised the battery light isn't just solid on. There is definitely no alternator. Need to make sure I'm not going to hit the charger out of the Tesla. All the while with no power steering. Alright, looks like we're okay here. Straight back. Don't hit the M3. That moisture though. I was talking about me, of course, not the car. All right. This thing is just so phenomenal. It's hard to believe I put this S54 in like 8 years ago or something like that. This was a pretty early S54 swap car. Hey, this has power steering, that's nice. All right, now I have room for projects, hopefully.